So, top 5 Omega. This time it's about Super Mario games, and I will focus on the mainline games. I have like almost, not everything, but almost every game on every system. I have 64, I have Super Mario World, I have Super Mario Sunshine, I have Super Mario 3D World, 3D Land, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. There's so many, and the sad part is why I said I almost have it, because one, I don't own a Nintendo Entertainment System. I don't have Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. I have the All-Stars on the Super Nintendo, but if you think about it, if I really want to do all of the mainline Mario series, I have to get all of them, including the first console. But this list was actually very easy to make, because it's not the hardest part, because when I saw who won on the straw poll, like I did like a few other straw polls on the community tab on YouTube, I thought, hey, this is actually an easy one to pick, because if people are gonna ask me, RJ, what is your top 5 Mario games, I will give you a straight up answer. I'm like, oh, I know what it is. So this is my top 5 main Mario game lineup from in its highlight, from the Super Nintendo all the way to the Nintendo Switch. Hope you enjoy yourself. Let's get started. In number 5, we have Super Mario World. Ah, yes, you may be thinking, what, RJ, you like the Super Nintendo? What's going on? Yes, Super Mario World, one of the games I couldn't finish as a kid, but I did finish that as an adult. I think the first Mario game I ever finished, well, no, I said it wrong. The first Mario game I ever finished when I was a kid was Super Mario 64 back in the day. And my Super Mario World is said what I said. I mean, a little bit hotter, a little bit cooler, a little bit revolutionary. I mean, it's the 16-bit. It was a launch title on the Super Nintendo. And instead of on the Mushroom Kingdom, you go into Dinosaur Land, the land where the Yoshis appeared. I also like about this theming, because all the lands are mostly theme about food, and that's why I also like about like Vanilla Dome, Chocolate Island. I mean, the bosses. I mean, the bosses could be a little bit better. I mean, to be fair, there are a few bosses from the Koopalins that I had some issues with, but the majority were just easy to beat. Same goes for Bowser. I mean, the final boss with Bowser on Super Mario World is actually considered, in my opinion, the easiest boss fight you ever have to beat, actually. But yeah, it's cool. I have the Super Mario World cartridge and also the Mario All-Star with Super Mario World cartridge for the Super Nintendo. It's still for people the most favorites on the Super Nintendo, which I do agree. No, my favorite is of course the Donkey Kong Country. But yeah, Mario Worlds doesn't have. Well, I mean, again, the bosses are not that good. The levels are good. They're hard. They're very hard, and it's also really cool that you use Yoshi to get oh, you know, speak about Yoshi. I almost forgot about the little son of a gun. In green form, he just is normal, but when he turns red, he can spit fire. When he's yellow, he can ground pound, and when he's blue, he can fly, which is actually very cute. He can do that. But yeah, Super Mario World had some issues, but it deserves at least number 5 spot. Then we go to the step next generation, and it's none other than Super Mario 64, the first Mario game I finished as a kid. It went from, it's a really cool one, went from a 2D aspect all the way to the 3D dimension on the 64. I mean, Super Mario 64, it's a very fun game to play. I mean, except if you want to do 100%, that could be mostly a pain in the ass. But Super Mario 64 brought everything on the table. Unique bosses, good soundtrack. Bowser's battles are really good. Bowser's Road is amazing. I mean, you cannot just... You cannot deny that. Bowser's Road's music is really, really good. But also, Rainbow Road is there, or Rainbow Ride, and some of the other titles. You had Hazy Maze Cave, Bomb-On Battlefield, Foam Fortress, Lava Land, etc., etc. Every world had something new to the table, and I really like it as well. Yes, there are some worlds that they use the same soundtrack, which is understandable, because like for Bomb-On Battlefield has the Thwomp music, and for Lava Ball and the Pyramid level has the same music as well. But the story is also very unique because, like in Mario World, Princess Peach is being kidnapped. You have to go to the Dinosaur Lands to rescue her from Bowser. This time, Peach is actually kidnapped and stuck in the walls in the painting by Bowser. So it's all about the painting, which I really like. And also very unique with the painting because it shows like what kind of worlds you have to go into or what to expect for the next level to come. And the story is a little bit better. It's basic as it gets, but a lot of people use has a lot of history with the 64. For me, it's the Super Nintendo, but 64 has a lot of memories with it. And second, I think it's also good game if you want to collect. If you want to collect Nintendo 64 games. And yeah, I still have the box and all. So I mean, it's on the other top 5 video with Mario on the number 1. But then again, I will admit that the 64 Mario or Mario 64 does give some good memories. I mean, the soundtracks nails it all about the game, and that's why it's in number 4. You may be thinking, oh, Archer, you're going from Super Mario World to 64 and then Sunshine? Yes, but not in this list. After number 2 and number 1 will be different. In number 3, we have Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube. And instead of go to the Mushroom Kingdom, you go to the Delfino Islands, and well, you get framed for something you didn't do, and then Princess Peach gets kidnapped by your Shadow evil doppelganger, Shadow Mario, later in the game with Bowser Jr., which is also his debut. And this is actually also cool, because you go to other locations around the islands. Instead of like the painting for 64, like you go to some different worlds. Here in Sunshine, you stay on the islands, but you go to like, you have Serena Beach, you got Peanut Park, you got Rico Harbor, you got Galacto Beach, you got Nico Bay. Every single location of the island has something new to the table. The music, the bosses, a returner boss like King Boo, but a different version. I mean, they could have released Brindy all one back, but hey, it's a very simple, again, a simple story. However, they took a step further, and you think, oh, shit, Mario is responsible. And then you realize, wait, Bowser has a kid? And then the story becomes more and more slowly interested, because you want to go to Corona Mountain. No, not the virus, but the mountain, what I mean. And I really like how the game sets foot, like, okay, before you have to go to Corona Mountain, you have to go to the other areas. And then you have to get all the stars. Well, in fact, you only have to beat every level all the way to episode 7, because episode 7 is only the fights or running to catch with Shadow Mario. And if you get all of them in every area, then you can go to Corona Mountain, because then Delfino Plaza is flooded with water. And the final boss is unique, because instead of like grabbing the tail like in 64 with Bowser, you use the rocket nozzle with Flood and ground pound it, and it's unique. I give it at least props to Nintendo for doing it. Instead of like you have to hit Bowser, you have to ground pound the area, because this version of Bowser is huge. That motherfucker is big. Now, in number 2, we have Super Mario Odyssey, the game on the Nintendo Switch, and one of my favorite games on the system. And they use the elements of 64 and Galaxy into one package. And this time it's about possession. You get your head like Cappy, and you can throw not only to monsters, but also to locations or to objects. You transform to a different Mario version. Hell, you can become a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex in this game. That is how. Like, I mean, I've played a Monster Hunter World, and every time I go to the deep woods, I'm thinking, oh, it's Engine F. Oh, wait, no, it's just a Tyrannosaurus Rex with an Indiana Jones hat. But the story here is actually better, in my opinion. I think it's, one, you have to stop Bowser because he wants to, well, he kidnaps Peach again, but this time he wants to force her to marry her on the moon. Yeah, you go to the moon later in the story. And about Odyssey, it's not about just one location. This time, you go to the entire Earth Bowl with the inclusion of the moon. And you go to locations like every kingdom, like Metro Kingdom, Sand Kingdom. I mean, oh, I have to play this game again. Maybe I will do a playthrough. Maybe I will do like an, how can I say this? Maybe I can do in the future at charity events. Then I have to play the entire game of Mario Odyssey for charity. That would be cool if I could do that next year. But Odyssey is a great game, and also because it has replayability. Because instead of like the 120 120 stars or sun sprites, this time it goes even so far. For my record is now 555. Yes, that's a Comrade reference right there. But that's my top score right there with Mario Odyssey. Maybe I will do a 100% playthrough, maybe. But Super Mario Odyssey is a game that you should play and should get on your system for the Nintendo Switch. It's good. And I mean, it's a hybrid system because you can go play on the home, but also play on the go. And that's why Mario Odyssey is on my number 2. In number 1, we have none other than Super Mario Galaxy. It's my favorite game in the Mario lineup. It's fun because what happens if you go to a tropical beach or save Princess Peach from the inside of the castle? You go to the final destination, the beyond space, the final frontier. And I did a playthrough of this with Mario and Luigi and did all completed 100%. It's by far here on the channel the most popular playthrough I have done so far because Super Mario Galaxy broke any boundaries. Instead of go to one location, you go to planets, and every dome you go in there, it's like a big solar system, and you can pick. And I have every single version. I have it on the Wii, I have it on the Wii U, I have it on the Switch because yes, I have Super Mario 3D All Stars, and yeah, I love Super Mario Galaxy. It's a fun game. And it's really funny too because instead of like just using flood or precision, you're using the Luma to get the spin attack. Yes, you can use the Wii remote or with your Joy-Con controller. You can choose or you can pick on the screen like to dazzle your enemies or just use it to spin. Also, the bosses are really good. And the story, oh, I love the story. One of the best stories that Nintendo ever put out there on the map. I love Super Mario Galaxy. It's an amazing game. I have to say, for every content creator, if you ever going to do, and I'm telling you, if you ever going to do a playthrough, like a big playthrough from like middle to the end of the year, play Super Mario Galaxy and 100% it with Mario and Luigi. If you can do that, you have my full respect. And you have to do live streaming. Now look, that's a good challenge for those content creators out there. You have to play it on live and 100%. It's hard. Hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. But also the music. Oh, the music. I love the music of Super Mario Galaxy. Oh, I don't have the CD, but it's on the 3D All Stars on the game itself, so you can listen there too. Again, I love it. 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 If you have a Wii, if you have a Wii U or a Switch, just buy 3D All Stars on the Switch or not. And if you don't have a Switch and you have only a Wii or Wii U, buy Super Mario Galaxy with the CD. Buy it. And if you don't have it and you don't see any option, only as a last resort, emulate it. I only say emulation as a last resort if you cannot pull it off. But that's why Super Mario Galaxy 1 is my favorite game of all time, and it deserves a #1 spot. It deserves. I hope all of you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash the like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I think I will do another straw poll on the community tab. What you guys want to see next time. Now, I will stop like in begin December so I can like rest for a bit. So we only have to then we still have the Monster Hunter Free Ultimate. Maybe I will add another series, maybe a return series. That would be nice. But then again, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad these videos are really doing good. I like that people really liking it. So I see you guys next time on the top 5 Omega video. And have yourself a fantastic week. See you guys next time. Bye bye.